Hey guys, it's me, Kimberly Clark, and welcome to this little tutorial for this crazy fast drag look. So I am rushing out the door to a gig. I just painted my face as quickly as I possibly could. I did this look that I do when I just like really need to get out the door, like a very simple look that creates the kind of face structure that I like and know works. I don't use any new products, I don't try anything new, just use stuff that I know works. I had a little bit of trouble with the lip, which you will see in this tutorial, but other than that, it was super easy, super staid, and, you know, basic for me. This is going to be a voiceover tutorial because, again, I was just super focused on being fast and trying to get out the door. So if you're interested in seeing me kind of just put on this super fast face, please stay tuned and keep watching. Alright, so starting off with my clean face, I'm priming with Becca's Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector and Lorac's POREfection Mattifying Primer. Taking my beauty blender, washing it, getting it nice and damp, and applying Kryolan's TV Paint Stick in the shades Tawnshee for my all-over foundation, and TV White for my cream highlight. Blending all of that out with my beauty blender, and then setting the highlight portion with my NARS Soft Velvet Loose Powder in the shade Snow and a big fluffy brush. And then I'm setting the rest of my face with this Coty Airspun powder in the shade Translucent Extra Coverage. Dusting off the excess, cleaning my lips off, and then moving on. Taking my favorite Delium Tools 990 contour brush, and taking these shades from the LunatiCK Cosmetic Labs contour palette. I'm basically using these to create a contour, then taking some of the warmer shades to actually bronze it up and warm it up. Taking a combination of the light pink and light cream shades to do some highlighting, and then doing my nose contour with exclusively the warm shades from this amazing palette, which I love, which you know I love, so there we go. For eyes, I'm taking my Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Contour Palette and the shade Succubus, a holy grail shade of mine, and just mapping out this crease using my Urban Decay Electric Palette brush, then deepening up that crease with Citry, the shade right next to it in the palette, then blending those two together with my holy grail e.l.f. crease brush, then going back and forth, adding more of that deeper shade Citry and blending and adding, you know the drill, blocking out the lid with my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk, using just a flat liner brush, and then cutting out that crease, deepening up that outer corner with some Citry, and then packing the shade Liberatus all over the lid. This is just a beautiful highlight shade from the Shade and Light Eye Contour Palette, and then again going back, adding more Citry to deepen up the outer corner of the eye. For brows, I'm using the NYX Eye and Eyebrow Pencil in the shade Taupe to trace out and create a cream base for my brows. Then I'm going to top it off with 3 shades from the Shade and Light Eye Contour Palette, Samael, Solace, and Succubus to create a kind of like dimensional brow ombre. Then I'm cleaning up the underside of my brow with my Kryolan TV Paint Stick in TV White, and then using the shade Latus from the Shade and Light palette as a brow bone highlight. Then again using that deep brown shade Citry to blend everything together, connecting my brow to my crease. Doing my winged eyeliner with my Physicians Formula Eye Booster Liquid Eyeliner. I love this stuff. Trying to make them as even as possible. And I did okay. Then I'm taking my Sephora Contour Eye Pencil in the shade Blonde Ambition and tracing over my waterline. Then I am topping that off with Latus, the same shade from the Shade and Light palette that I used as my brow bone highlight. Then I am drawing a lower lash line with that Physicians Formula eyeliner, and I am smoking it out with the shades Succubus and Shax, that beautiful matte black from the Shade and Light Eye Contour palette. Then tight lining with my Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Crayon in Blacquer, curling my lashes, and using my Covergirl Super Sizer. I heard about this from Tara. This is not the waterproof version, but I have since tried the waterproof version, and I like it too. Stacking my big ol' lashes, some Ardell Wispies with some modified 301s, and some custom spliced up lower ones. Then moving on to face, I'm using my Makeup Forever Pro Light Fusion highlighter in the shade 01. I love this stuff. And then adding blush on top of that. Today I'm using Too Faced Love Flush blush in the shade How Deep Is Your Love. Love this. For lips, here was my first attempt at this peachy coral lip. I used the NYX Slide On Glide On lip pencils. This one's in the shade Crushed, and then I added the shade Staged in the middle. I tried to add some lip tar from OCC, and I could not get it to work. I had to take off all the lipstick and really exfoliate my lips because it just had too much dry chunkiness happening for any of these products to really work and stay and not look crazy. Anyway, then I went back in on my smooth lips with those same shades Crushed and Staged, and then I topped it off with one of my favorite OCC lip tars. This is the shade Femme. It is a super bright kind of neon peachy coral shade, and applying this is a little tricky. You really have to like put it on, blot it, spread it out, make sure it's not too chunky, add layers of it. It doesn't ever really fully dry down to that transfer-proof matte, but it will stay put all night if your lips are nice and smooth and exfoliated and you really apply it carefully. Anyway, it works for me. I love it. Using my Physicians Formula eyeliner to do my beauty mark, and then setting my entire freaking face with my blue marble makeup setting spray. And girl, that's the finished look. Yes. Okay, so that is the finished look. I like it. You can see it's just like super basic. I just have like a very basic lid, shape, and shade. You know, the colors are very muted. They complement my skin tone very easily. Like I don't have to kind of work to make them fit with my natural coloring and such. I just like kind of natural coral, like pop, just, you know, just Kimberly Clark staples. This lip is so pretty, but it's like, I feel like it's gonna be a little problematic throughout the night, but we'll see. I love this coral shade from OCC. It's like my favorite coral, Femme, but it's a lip tar, it's beautiful. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you to all of my Patreon patrons. These videos happen because of you. If you want to become a Patreon patron, there's a link right down in the description box below. But thank you so much to everyone that is already a patron. Thank you so much to everyone that is already a patron of mine. I truly appreciate and love you, and you are actually making these videos possible. So thank you from the bottom of my little furry heart. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out my other videos. Girl, I'm Kimberly Clark. Bye.